Hi class, today we're looking again at Microsoft Word. I am your presenter, Ms. Malika Anderson. The objectives for today's lessons are, we firstly want to state the functions of items on the File button. We next want to identify icons on the Home tab, especially looking at the Clipboard and Font tool groups. And after we have identified the icons, we want to state the functions of these icons again on the Home tab and looking at the Clipboard and Font tool groups. Now, if you recall from our previous lesson, and if you haven't watched it yet, I would advise you to watch the previous video. We had touched on the labeling of the Microsoft Word interface. We looked at a button that was called the File button. Now we said that the File button in previous versions of Microsoft Word was once called the Office button. Now the Office button on those previous versions of Microsoft Word looked like the image I have here. Newer versions of the File button now looks like this tool here. Now, they have similar options. One such option is the option to create a new document. If you notice, you could either create a blank document or there are templates from which you can choose from. Aside from being able to create a new document, you can also open a document or load one into Word. You can also save, which is used to store the document on the hard drive of the computer, or another similar option is to save as. Now save as differs from save in that it allows you to save the document by a specific name or in a specific folder. You can also print your document from this view, or you can export your document. Now here we have whether you can export it, such as creating a video, or you can prepare, send, or publish it. You also have the final option, which is to close, and this is just another way that you can close your document. Aside from looking at the File button, we also spoke about tool groups that were available on the Home tab in the last session. We said that such tool groups included the Clipboard, Font, Paragraph, Styles, and Editing tool groups. Now we're going to specifically look today at the Clipboard and Font tool groups. Here we have tools that are available on the Clipboard tool group. Now in the Clipboard tool group, we have options such as Paste, Cut, Copy, Format Painter, and Clipboard. Paste, if you pay attention to what the icon looks like, is a clipboard with a little sheet of paper attached to it. This tool allows you to paste the contents that are on the clipboard in the cursor's current position, keeping in mind that where your cursor is where your image or your words will be pasted. Cut looks like a pair of scissors, and this allows you to remove selected items from a document and place it onto the clipboard. Next we have copy, which resembles two sheets of paper next to each other, and this copies the currently selected item to the clipboard while leaving it in the current document also. Now a difference between cut and copy is that cut removes the item, whereas copy only copies the selection and leaves it in the document, so it is not removed. Format Painter allows you to copy whatever formatting that you have currently selected and apply it to another item. And lastly, the Clipboard dialog box launcher, this shows you whatever is on your clipboard. The image I have here shows how we're able to copy and paste. Notice I don't have to use the icons on the clipboard group. I can simply right click with my mouse and then select copy and then go to where I want to paste that information and select paste. Using the Format Painter, I can select one piece of word or text that has a formatting that I like, and then go up to the Clipboard tool group and select Format Painter. Whatever I highlight next will then have the same design as what I had previously highlighted. And this concludes the Clipboard tool group. Home tab is the Font tool group. And the font tool group has options that allow you to change the way your font appears, keeping in mind that font is similar to your text. One such icon is the font tool, and this looks like Calibre in brackets body. Notice it has a drop down arrow which gives you the option to choose different font styles, and this tool allows you to pick different fonts for your text. Next, you have the font size tool, and like the name suggests, allows you to change the size of your text. Aside from using the font size tool, you can also use either the increase font size to make your text a bit bigger or decrease font size to make your text a bit smaller. Now, if you don't like the design that you have applied to your text, you can choose the clear all formatting button, and this will remove whatever formatting you have on that particular selection. You can also choose bold, which makes your text bold or to appear a bit darker, or you can use italic, which italicizes your text, and your text comes off looking a little bit slanted. Other tools on the font group include underline, which underlines your text, strike through, which allows you to draw a line through a line of text, or subscript, which places very small letters just below your line of text, or superscript, which allows you to place very small letters once again above the line of text. Change case allows you to change the selected text to either uppercase, lowercase, or other common capitalizations. You also have the text highlight color, which allows you to make your text pop by highlighting it in a bright color. You have your font color, which allows you, like the name says, to change the color of your text. Here I wanted to show you what it would look like using each of these font tools in Microsoft Word on a computer. Now, firstly is that you must select whatever it is that you want to change. Clicking on the font tool, you can select a font type that you like, either by scrolling through the available fonts or by typing in the name of a font that you would like. For instance, I want Lucida Calligraphy, so I would type that in. I can then change the font size by clicking on the font size tool or by choosing to increase font size or decrease font size. I can also change the sentence case using this particular change case tool to either sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, or capitalize each word, or the opposite, which is toggle case. But for now, we're going to keep it as sentence case. I can make my text bold, italic, or underline, and I can also apply a strike through. Now, if you don't like any of these, you can click the clear formatting button and notice it returns to the original look of your text. Another tool that we want to look at is a subscript and superscript. So for instance, if I want to write 2 to base 2, I would use the subscript tool, or if I want to write to the power tool, I will use the superscript tool. Here, to be able to change to the typography effect, I would select this particular tool, which allows me to change the way a particular line of text looks like. And again, I'm going to increase so we can see what it looks like better. Here is where we would select the highlight tool, and here we would change the font color. Remembering though that you must select the text before you apply any formatting feature. Next, we have how to use Microsoft Word Home tab font tool group on a mobile version. So what I did here was that I recorded what my screen looked like using the Microsoft Word on my mobile device. Now I'm using an Android device here. Notice I'm typing in the text, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And I want to make sure that I'm on the Home tab and I have my information selected. Next, I can change the font by selecting in alphabetical order the font that I would like. I can change the font size by clicking on the font size tool to make it larger or smaller. I can make my text bold or italicized or underline or strike through just as we did on the laptop version. I can also change the font color by clicking on the font color group and selecting a color that I would like. And if I don't like any of these options, I can clear formatting. If I want to apply a highlight, I would have to select the area that I want to highlight and then select a color. If I want to remove highlight, I would then have to select that area again and then click on no fill to remove the color. Next, if I want, for instance, to apply the subscript, I would go on font formatting and click on subscript or click on superscript. Now these are the options that are available on the mobile options on the Microsoft Font Tool Group. So what did we learn today? We were first able to state the function of items on the file button. We next looked at the icons that were available on the Home tab. However, we only looked at the Clipboard and Font Tool groups. And we were able to state the functions of these icons of the Clipboard and Font Tool group. That's it for this lesson. Please ensure that you complete the assessment on the Google Classroom found on the uploaded lesson plan for this week. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.